Hey guys, and welcome to Total Oz Spurs. I'm here with Brad today on his very first fan cam. How you going, Brad?
Good, bro. Good. How you going?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's get right into it. So, what were your thoughts about the game on the weekend?
Oh, look, top performance. We played well. We played a lot better than we played against Forest. We just felt like we were gelling all together and having like it was just a good, exciting game. Like the whole game, no matter what happened, mistakes or what, it was just exciting. It was good Spurs football, and that's what we need is that excitement. Because we used to play boring football, now we're playing unreal football. We just need to get better, clinical, and bomb bomb these big teams. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty
no,
much it.
yeah, I completely agree. So, what are your thoughts on the first starts for Langley and Richarlison?
Ah, look, I would have put Richie over Son just because how cool he's been playing. He should play with that excitement, but it actually worked well having Richie on the right with Son and Kane. I know Son still wasn't scored, but the front three looked exciting no matter what. Even if you had Richie there or not, you had Keeler there. We would have been exciting the whole time at the front. And Langley at the back, I feel already should start over Davies. The quickness, like he's quick from the back, the alert. He's what we were missing. The last couple of games we've just been so slow from the back, and it gave Dyer a chance to just to hug Mitrovic and not have to worry about getting back to cover Davies' role because Lenglet was always there. Even when he pushed up, he always covered back to his position. So they did. I'm 10 out of 10 for the starters. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. On Langley, do you think that he should be starting over Davies, or do you think we need to kind of ease him into that starting lineup if he is going to be the starter come mid season?
Um, I would start him, but I wouldn't start him against City because Davies had a lot more time in these big games against City. Maybe start him against when we verse say Brighton or somewhere else in what I mean, someone else in Leeds, West Ham again. Start him there, give him that confidence in those games, and then build him up to the back end of the season where you can go against those big clubs like City, Arsenal, United, Liverpool, because that's where their targets are. But I feel give him 6, 7 starts against lower teams, even in even start him in lower teams in the Champions League as well. Start him through midweek, get him going, and I feel end of the season we'll buy him and he'll be a filth player. He'll take Davies.
Yeah, I think looking from what he had, I felt like he was a bit of an upgrade. He was
Mm,
better defensively. Davies is a solid servant. He's been really
yeah,
really good. He's really good on his position. He knows how to play left centre back, but I think Langley has that level above where he can control the ball. He's a bit taller, a bit more athletic, so he can combat in the air. And it proved it where Mitrovic, he won nothing in the air. And
yeah,
even if he did, there was one where Mitrovic did get to the ball first before Langley, but Langley was right
mm,
behind him and kind of put pressure on him. Um,
yeah.
I think you're
Exactly
right.
right.
I don't think he starts against the big team straight away, but I think that
Mm,
he deserves more time than he has already.
yeah, definitely.
Um, One thing I brought up with the other boys earlier on was that
Mm,
Harry Kane was named man of the match and Richarlison was named player of the match by Tottenham. But we all agree that there's one person that deserves that role, and that was
Bentancur,
Bentancur. How
straight
how
away.
how how has his impact coming back from that not really it just impacted the midfield?
He just took that midfield and made it his. He was everywhere, anywhere he could be. He was always on that ball. He was never slowing down. He gave 110% the whole game. And look, he didn't give it to us a couple of games before he got injured. Like he had that 10 with the concussion, come back, and he's back to the Benton call that we seen when he first came to us, and he just dominated that midfield. Having him and maybe Skip there together in the midfield would they would no teams will get through us. They will just absolutely just bomb on and destroy them, and that's what we need. We need that midfield like that.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think he bossed the midfield. I think he was our best player on the pitch. I don't know how he did get man of the match. I even said it before halftime. Um, but
Mm,
I want to bring a point up. We did say midweek that and on the preview for the game that we wanted to see Doherty starting over at Royal.
Ooh.
Now, after that match, do you think that we were wrong to suggest that, considering that Royal has had yet another, I wouldn't say impressive, but I'd say very consistent game. It's just that
Mm.
lacking attacking threat that he seems to struggle with. But do you think that it's time to have Doherty come in to see if he's going to match Royal's consistency, or do you think Royal deserves to stay there and just keep going until he inevitably doesn't produce the attacking threat that we want?
Well, the only thing that let Royer down is his crossing. That's it. Doherty's got the crossing, and he pushes into the middle. If Royal could push like Doherty does in the middle and have a foot like Doherty, would be sweet. Royal wouldn't need to worry about Doherty coming in because Royal could cover it. But I think we should give him a crack, Doherty, there to see which one's the better one because we haven't seen Doherty at all. We can say, yeah, Royale's playing good, just apart from his crossing, but Doherty could be better. Like, we need that. We don't need good, we need better in our team. We need 110% everyone doing the right thing. So I just feel we should give him a crack. Even though Royal's playing beast, I feel like we should give Doherty a crack in that role and to see what he can do.
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair assessment. I think that's
Mm.
something that we may maybe consider. No point dropping Raw if he's not doing too bad.
Yeah, exactly
Um,
right. Exactly right.
any more thoughts on the game itself?
It's just we need to sub. Like, we can't be waiting to the 75th, 80th minute to sub. 10 minutes to go. We need to sub early. Like 65 minutes. Bring on two players. We got five. Bring on two freshies. Bring on if Walker Kulu was on the bench. Bring on Kulu. And then leave Sonny on. Take off Richie and bring on another midfielder. Bring on Skip for his first game back. Bring on someone that's got we got that excitement again, that energy in that midfield or the front attacking because we died off in the end. And that's how they got their 80th minute goal. Is it because we
Yeah.
just slacked off? We were tired. We all played 80 minutes hard out. So we just got to. I don't know. I think he just needs to do some subs and bring on some of these younger boys that are hungry for the games like this where they're hungry for the ball and they play their hearts out, and no one will score. No one will get through because we're playing with heart.
Yeah. Look, I think that's a fair point. I think we all want we were calling for people to come on earlier, but do you think that Conte is doing it purely because he knows that, and then starting from now, we're going to be having a midweek game every game until the start of November when the World Cup starts? Maybe he's trying to give the players he feels that are going to be starting 11 the longest amount of time to gel before we start having to stop and change because of all the games coming up.
Yeah, that could be what he's thinking as well. Or he could be thinking games could turn really quick, so why take players off if they're playing good? Like, he
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
want
well,
to.
at
He
that
doesn't want
point,
to risk it.
yeah, that point was proven this morning when everyone's kind of blaming Arteta for changing three players, and pretty much Man United scored two goals in the back of that. They're not
Yeah.
really questioning why he changed it. So maybe, as
Mm.
much as we're calling for it to be changed earlier, Kula coming on earlier, Perisic coming on earlier, Basuma to solidify that midfield because they were
Mm.
starting to make some progress in the midfield and out wide for that instance. Maybe you're right. Maybe looking at Arteta, maybe we were right to Conte was right not to change so quick. Maybe he's kind of like Poch though. Poch likes for the team to try and win that game. He tries to rely on the players that he's already picked to change the game, and
Yeah,
sometimes it's
definitely.
frustrating. But you're right. Like
Yeah, look,
sometimes we need to do it earlier.
that's yeah. I just feel we need to, but like I just said, it's Conte's the manager, so whatever he says goes. He knows what the structure is. He knows what they're playing like. He's there, but I just feel and something needs to be done sooner because they just look tired. Back to the back end of the game. They do, and teams that happens. The Spurs way they score or they get the double. They get the double goal at the back end of the game. We can't have that anymore against these big teams and stuff. We need to be 2-0 up, no more goals, clean sheets, and just play good football. That's just what it needs to happen. That's what I expect to happen
Yeah,
with who we have on our team.
yeah. No, and talking on their goal. I love Romero, but I feel like he kind of and Dyer, for instance, Dyer's played really, really well since Conte's come back. But I feel like
Hmm.
they both kind of turned off in
Yeah,
that
they did.
couple of seconds when Mitrovic had that ball. So
They did.
do you feel like that's just a blip, or do you feel like that's something to worry about in the future?
Nah, look, Dyer and Romero have been given 110% no matter what. I reckon they just, like I said, they slacked off for that split second, looked the opposite way, or tried to look something else, and they just missed it. That's all it was. They just missed it. Mitrovic just pounced on their mistake that they both made together, and that's how he got his goal. This is all it was. I can't blame him for like you can, but it's like, you know what? These things happen. But you just got
Yep.
to be next game. You got to be 90 minutes, not do 81, not 89 minutes, and have that 1 minute where you slack off and they score.
No, that's fair
It's
enough.
just
Considering that we've got City next, we want to make sure those boys are playing for the full 90.
they
Um,
got to attack Haaland the whole game.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think the way City play is not obviously Fulham aren't as good as City, but
Mm.
if we can shut down Haaland like we did Mitrovic, apart from that one goal, what 1 second he got, and if we give that to Haaland, he's going to do exactly the same thing.
Yep.
I think we can really stifle Man City. But before we wrap this up, I want to ask you on your opinion of how Conte's done this season so far. What are your thoughts on how we've gone out? And I know we're 6 undefeated, but how do you feel like our the way the team's playing and the way we're progressing? Do you feel like we're improving, or do you feel like we still need a bit more?
Oh, look, we're definitely improving from last year under Conte. Under Nuno and Conte is completely different. Like you said, we haven't lost 6 in a row. We're going good. I feel there's some games where it's like we're playing, but we're still playing like the old Spurs, but just barely winning. But he's done everything right. He's a winning coach. He's showing it now that
Yeah,
the players are like Conte is the best we've had. It's gonna happen, and big things are gonna come. It's too early to tell where we're gonna go, but if we can stay where we are, with how tight it is now, it's 1 point between first, second, and third. Like we're tied second, and we keep it that way the whole way through. I think Conte could get us over the line this year. Maybe it might be tough with Champions League and all that stuff, but I don't think
plus
he's
the
going to
World
care.
Cup.
Yeah, plus the World Cup, but I don't think he's going to care if we get knocked out of Champions League. He's already said he wants Premier League, and he'll make it happen. He's the man to make it happen, and that's what we need. And I feel we could beat teams this year and put some trophies in that cabinet that we've well deserved and needed.
Yeah,
So
no,
I'll back 110%.
no, I completely agree with you. I can hear your daughter going off, so I'll let you go,
Yeah,
bro. Thank you very much for coming on tonight.
that's all
Really
good.
appreciate it. Make sure, guys, if you're watching the video, you like and subscribe to the channel. You hit that bell button down on the bottom, and you make sure you catch us on all our socials in our link tree. And I'll let you take it away, Brad.
As always, guys, you know what we say. Stay Spursy, and we'll see you next time.
Stay Spursy, guys.
See you guys.